today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. It's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And going...
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Nyheim Hines.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now the first carry for Marlon Mack. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick.
Kaepernick's pass.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Deshaun Watson, ready to captain the ship here for this Houston offense.
When we talk about the best dual quarterbacks in the NFL, don't leave Deshaun Watson out of the conversation. 2 straight years he's been a Pro Bowler. Excellent numbers again last season with 26 touchdown passes, 7 more added on the ground, and firm leadership and control of his Houston Texans team. Now he's looking forward to taking the next step and beating Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson in the playoffs and getting the Houston Texans to a Super Bowl.
Johnson, the ball
For Johnson, the numbers for his performance from last week: 18 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
on the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Stays on his feet. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll try the air now with Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Faking the give. Now Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Ben Banagoo in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Mack. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Brought down at the 30.
Good pickup there by Marlon Mack, and he's a 1,000-yard runner in 2019, and has been very consistent in moving the ball for the Colts. Last 2 seasons, at least 8 touchdowns rushing each year.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run the counter with Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
45-yard line.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
So after 2 1st downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They run the counter. Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Cook, the ball carrier. Bernardrick McKinney on the tackle.
Now they'll throw with Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the 1st. We're scoreless after one.
With no score.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Cook on the carry.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Pick up of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. Now Kaepernick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
It's 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick.
Yards to go.
Flush to his right. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a 1st.
Kaepernick was looking to throw, but then it became decision time. And when he saw they had room to run, he made the right decision to pull it down there, and he winds up picking up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a game.
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
3 at the 5-yard line.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. The kick by Tavecchio is good, and the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0.
Texans nothing.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It's not like you're going negative on me.
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. First down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second.
Kaepernick to throw on 2nd down. They'll run the screen with Mack. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That'll be caught. Rager with it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Kaepernick to throw again. He'll get this one to Pittman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on 1st down is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack.
Kaepernick's pass.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
Intended for Marlon Mack. Incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away.
4-yard attempt.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, not much happening on the scoreboard, just a lone field goal in that first half. For the call of the second half, maybe we can get a touchdown, fellas. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And maybe time for this offense to really hit the reset button. They were shut out in the first half, but still, they're right in this game.
They certainly are. And what I like about it is that you actually continue to play. You know, you just find a way to make a few plays yourself, and you noted it. Right there on the border in this game, they're not that far off. Just got to find a play or two, and they could be very happy at that point.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Watson. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A well-executed 22-yard gain. That's a nice explosive play there, and this defense told us we have to have our eyes right on their RPO sets, and they did not have their eyes right.
I love that term, eyes right, meaning they have to be in the proper place and read your keys. And a smart thinking guy running an offense can see when you break down on that, and he took full advantage of it.
Watson, off play action, looking for the end zone. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
And Stills bringing it in. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 20.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 3.
Well, they brought the lead into this 3rd quarter, and now they're really stepping up, setting a tone here defensively.
They came right out roaring because you had to know that in the locker room, they talked about setting that tone that you just described, continuing the dominance that they exhibited in the first half.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Houston set to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And this one grabbed by Darren Fells. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Watt took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. And that will be incomplete.
Watson's pass.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Indy set to go on offense once more. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And some room to work. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
He's brought down at the
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Bernard McKinney on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up
on second down, here's Kaepernick.
At the 32-yard line.
This ball complete to Rager.
Kaepernick's pass complete to Jalen Rager. A 7-yard gain.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
On the tackle. It's a loss of 2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Back now in Houston, it's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
He was taken down by Mark.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
here's Watson.
At the 22-yard line.
It's complete. Stills.
Watson's pass. Complete.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
He finds his target, Fuller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Watson on 1st down. Open man, the tight end fails. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. Buying time to his left. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down.
The Colts,
faking the give. Now Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. Brandon Cooks. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. On the return is Hines. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Kaepernick now on 1st down. He completes this one to Mack. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
At the 35-yard line.
Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Whitney Merciless showing no mercy. Flies in for the sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got Burton here. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he is out of bounds here on the return. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback back in the NFL for the first time since 2016. It's Colin Kaepernick.
Well, his ratio.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. On play action, it's Kaepernick. He'll get this to the rookie from TCU. That's Jalen Reagor. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give. This is Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 6 carries, 57 yards, and a touchdown as well.
Definitely productive, including scoring his 14th touchdown of the season last week. It's going to be fun to watch the matchup now because he has a nose for the end zone. So if you're a defender, what's your job? Keep him out.
Now this is Hilton on the receiving end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10. And
they'll run on first down. It's Cook. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
2nd and 12. Kaepernick going to throw. Dancing to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. They run the counter. It's Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
A gain of 5.
Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Running on first down is Cook, but he didn't find much there. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Being chased out left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. To throw, it's Kaepernick. And he fires one that's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Texans taking over offensively, and it is, of course, Deshaun Watson who leads them out at quarterback.
Might have won back-to-back Heisman trophies if the ballot had come after the national championship games that he and Clemson played against Alabama. But when you watch him on the field, you realize why coordinators and head coaches want to bend their offense to his talents, because when he's got the ball in his hands, he can be magical at times.
Watson now to throw. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Watson. And Stills bringing it in. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Watson's pass.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Again, it's Watson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Intended for Duke Johnson. Incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They start the drive with Cook. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever is in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Yard line, 2nd and 11. To throw is Kaepernick. Fighting Hilton on the slant. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
16 yards.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run the counter. Cook. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
McKinney on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up.
They fake the give. Now Kaepernick.
The 30-yard
complete to Hilton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Kaepernick's pass. Complete to number 13, T.Y. Hilton.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
First down. It's Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Steps away to his left, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. That'll be complete to Cook.
Kaepernick's pass.
6 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Throwing now is Kaepernick. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in the game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails.
Watson's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
A gain of 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
17-yard line.
Out of the gun, Watson. He gets this one to Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, to call it a defensive battle would be an understatement. 0-0 is our score. We'll be looking for something in that second half as we send it back to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
On the return. The Texans take over first and 10. At their own.
Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a third down.
Third down and 6.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40, and he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
They'll take over.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Kaepernick to throw. He's got Burton here. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
From the gun on third down, Kaepernick. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
Houston set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
This is Johnson. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now a first down throw. Watson. It's complete to Fuller. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
25 more yards.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Johnson. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Well, they weren't messing around. 1st and goal, they didn't do anything fancy. They just go to the fullback right away.
I like how you phrase that because oftentimes they come back to the fullback when it's late in the down and distance count, right? In this case, 1st down, let's go get it right now.
And he got it, 6 points on the board. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Colts take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
Kaepernick's
It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
a gain of 6 yards. And it's
Throwing is Kaepernick on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
pickup. And the Colts 1st down.
Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
First down, Indianapolis.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. He'll dump this off to Cook. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down.
At the 40-yard line.
A give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
Dalvin Cook.
A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
On the tackle. A gain of 1 yard. First down, Colts.
Kaepernick now on first down.
This ball complete to Rager.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Gain of 21.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
First down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Handoff comes to Cook. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, Kaepernick. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Quarterback is sacked.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash, this from 33. Tavecchio puts this one through.
The kick is
and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
Colts 6.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit because if
the Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Jordan Elliott brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
And they'll run with a former All-Pro. This is David Johnson.
And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. So the Colts now down 7-6, 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle, kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Kaepernick. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Again, it's Kaepernick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Bradley Roby on the coverage defensively.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Kaepernick to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They run it again with Cook. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He's back to throw. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and this will be a touchdown.
Justin Reed.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.